Hello everyone, this is Gear12 here, and welcome back to another Minecraft showcase video. This video here is going to be showcasing off my Helldivers 2 Super Destroyer. This is the ship that's used by the Helldivers to deploy on the planets. It's where you have your lobbies, where you meet up and squad up with your teammates and find your mission types and all that. And it's the ship that is supporting the Helldivers during their operations on the planet with the various different stratograms that you can call in. Now, the ship here is definitely the iconic vehicle from the game, or the iconic ship. And inside of this build, there actually is an interior that has the entire lobby from what you can see. It has the Pelican 1 in there, it has Eagle 1 in there, and a couple other little bits and pieces I added in. It's an awesome ship and a model that I've had built for quite some time. I just never did a dedicated showcase video, and with the whole recent developments of the invasion of Cyberstan and all that, I've gotten really back into the game and decided, you know what, I really need to post a video for this because I'm sure many people would appreciate it and love it, because surprisingly, Helldivers 2, still like 2 years later, is absolutely killing it in terms of player count and the support for the game. So, again, just absolutely love Helldivers 2 and really wanted to showcase one of the iconic ships from that game here in Minecraft. With that all the way, let's kind of go ahead and dive into our live kind of walkthrough here of it. So you can see we have the ship overall. This thing is absolutely massive. It's built in 1.5 to 1 scale, so it is going to be a little bit larger than player scale, but it is going to make a lot of things fit a lot better than it would if it was more 1 to 1. A lot of great detail with the engines, all that. Again, use some 3D models that were ripped from the game to try to get this as close to I possibly can as to the actual model. And I think I did a fairly good job with it. A lot of great proportions on it. And, of course, my favorite part of this is the front with all these guns. You have the big rail gun, the different cannons, the missile launchers, and the Gatling guns, as well as some of the other barrages on the bottom. I think there is actually a diagram out there that shows what each one of these weapons actually supports. So, you have the railgun, you have like the laser and like the barrage and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool that you can actually see all that. But yeah, it looks really great. And we also have the bridge right here as well, as you can see. We'll be taking a look in there a little bit later, but yeah, a lot of great detail around it. You have your bays and just little lights and stuff like that. Some of the yellow striping and coloring, and on top of here, you have just some of the various greebling and antennas and equipment that's on top of the actual Super Destroyer. So again, just a lot of really good detail. And the front up here, you have all your sensors and all that on the front. And again, I think the front portion of this is definitely my favorite, just because it has a lot more detail on the actual build itself, or at the actual model itself as well. The back end is kind of more of just a slick design with some minor little things here and there. So definitely a lot of fun here on the front, and just looks really great. But yeah, this is the exterior of it. It's pretty straightforward. If you know the Super Destroyer from Helldivers 2, you know this design pretty well. But let's go ahead and jump into the interior and take a look at what's going on in there. And welcome to the interior of the Super Destroyer. So this is inside here of it, and you can see right away just kind of what we're working with here. This right here is the platform that you will actually rise up on. So this is where you'd finish your missions. You come up here, you have all your Helldivers doing their emotes and victory dances and stuff like that, and then you'll basically walk off toward that direction. Over here, you do have the cryopods. So this is where you'd come out as soon as you board a ship or you spawn into the game. You come out of this cryopod here, and you go ahead and you walk up here. And right here, you do have your kind of like mechanic room here. You have basically where they're working on different weapons and stuff like that. So you have all the different stuff. You have a hell pod back there. You have your I believe one's a mortar launcher, and then you have the mine layer and all that stuff. So just a lot of really good detail with all of that. And your ship master would be standing right here, or the mechanic basically would be standing right around this area here. And over here, you do have the area where you have your computer. So you'd be able to go over here and do your ship upgrades and buy stratograms and all that. And again, as you can see, is based off of the tier 5 ship upgrade. So it has that extended out section like that. Further down this way, we also have our robotics lab here. So again, just one of the upgraded areas, all these different robotic arms. And what's funny enough, is you can actually see that there's actually some of the hell pods. The hell pods actually are kind of like set up in like this conveyor belt type setting. And those actually go down to here in this area, and they actually go all the way forward to the bridge section, which we'll be taking a look at here a little later. Now we have this area down here. Now this area is a little bit more harder to actually recreate just because we don't have much reference for it. So I definitely did my best, but it's definitely not 100% accurate. But we have some of the munitions here stocked up for Eagle 1. This right here is the elevator platform that would raise up. We then have another kind of computer console here. And this section here, we have actual Eagle 1 stored up, and you can see the weapon loadouts down here. So some of the gun pods and missile launchers and bombs and all that kind of stuff that it would be carrying. And to the sides, these are actually closed in the actual game, but these are vehicle bays. So I just went ahead and kind of threw in some other vehicles. So we have the FRV little recon vehicle, which is pretty sweet. And then we also have the mech. So this is the Emancipator mech as well. So just some fun builds to throw in there, because I felt that it would be cool to include some other, iconic builds in there. And I guess now that there's a tank in the game, you may want to throw a tank somewhere in here as well. But yeah, I have these little platforms above here. Nothing too crazy about those. And as we go further back right here, these bays right here are labeled as Eagle bays, but I don't really know what would be in them, so I just went ahead and left them closed, as an Eagle 1 would not fit in those bays. Then right here, we do have Pelican 1 docked up in the back here. So again, this is a section that is very, very hard to get reference for. So a lot of this is going to be very much made up, but this right here is just kind of a pad for, Pelican 1 to land on. I imagine there's some sort of maybe hangar comes in through on the bottom or something. But yeah, Pelican 1 is docked up here and parked up. And then in the very back, it seems like you have some sort of like reactor type thing. So went ahead and tried to recreate that as best I could. But that pretty much is the interior, and just some detail in here with some of the support structures and stuff like that. And again, I don't have really good reference on what's back here, so a lot of this is just kind of left blank. And honestly, this right here is the bottom of the ship, so I don't have much room to work with from there. But yeah, overall, really cool looking interior. And that's pretty much the back section here. And then going forward, you have your more computer consoles and your armor customization and weapons and stuff like that section. And this right here is the bridge. So the bridge of the ship, where you would be able to pull up the holo table and basically plot your missions and all that stuff. So you have the Illuminate, the Automatrons, and the Bug Fronts there represented, which I thought was pretty cool. To the side here, you have the bridge. So this is where all your crew would be stationed, working the various computers and stuff like that around, which is, again, really pretty cool. And then on this side here, you don't really have a whole lot going on. You can see those hell pods on that conveyor belt that I talked about earlier, recreated right here. So those are going down there. There's a little catwalk here and some like maintenance stuff down in this section. So again, just try to recreate that as best I can, just based off of, what I was able to see in game. And then we also have the actual hell pods here. So this is where you would hop into your hell pods to basically launch and start the missions, and even have the glass floor up here in the front. And you can basically stand here and take a look out the bridge, look down if you want to, and all that. So it's very cool. And the last thing really is, I actually went ahead and even put the armament kind of belts that are located up in the ceiling. You can actually see these in game. So I have the shells right there, which I believe are like for the 380 barrage, and these ones over here, I can't remember what these were, but again, just some more different armaments and stuff like that on these like conveyor belts up there, which is pretty cool. And yeah, you have the whole ceiling design there. So it's just an awesome build, and I highly recommend going and checking it out for you guys yourselves. A lot of great detail. So that right there, guys, is going to wrap up my tour of the SAS Marshal of War, or just the Helldivers 2 Super Destroyer. Hope you all do enjoy this little build and the showcase, and are interested in downloading it for yourself. Download link will be down in the video description to my Planet Minecraft, where I'll be posting the schematic. This will be a free download for everyone, so Again, if you're interested in it, head on over there and check it out and give it a download, as it has been a build that's been around for a while and it was already free to download on the model world. I'm just making it available for everyone to download and take a look at. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Gary 2x4, and I'll see you guys next time.